Hi guys, so I'm here with another video. Now, this is a direct response to my previous video where I was talking about Tic Tacs. Now, I looked it up, and 0 calories is 0 calories. It doesn't matter if you eat 1, 5, or the whole container. If it says 0 calories and it says 0 calorie for every single mint, and the serving size is 1 mint, that means it's 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus. That means you're not gaining any calories. But I was researching it, and some says, well, if it's 0 sugar, then it technically counts as 0 calories. I'm like, no, that's a lie. I don't care. If you're consuming calories, no matter what ingredient, no matter what form, it is consuming calories. And then someone like, well, if it's under 4.9 calories, it's technically 0 calories. No, it's not. No, it's not. That's not, the math's not mathing. And we're lawyers, and we have this fine print where we can lie to people's face. If it's low enough, that doesn't really matter. No, that's a lie. If you're saying it's high calorie count by having to advertise not a low calorie food, meaning it's not low, it's high, then you can't sit there and say it's 0 calories for every serving size, which is every 1 mint. That's bullshit. So either it's 0 calories or it's not 0 calories. In other words, like, well, maybe if it's not coming from carbohydrates, or if there's no normal calories, and if it's some kind of alternative calorie. No, any ingredient in making whatever it is, if it is a calorie, it is a calorie. You can't sit there and say otherwise. It's disingenuous. It's not accurate. And look at that. That's what it shows if you scroll down. It's misleading marketing. And you can pause the video if you want, but it's just, the whole thing makes no sense. It's kind of like that whole low salt, low sodium bullshit, and then you have to know what the difference between all the different technical jargon is, because legal lawyers like want to play bullshit games. Just like, tell us how much salt is in there. Don't tell me low sodium or no sodium and then there's actually sodium. It's bullshit. It shouldn't. I mean, at least that makes more sense. There's certain levels of sodium, but at least they don't lie to you and say there's no sodium and there's actually sodium in it. I mean, maybe they used to, but I think they've actually gotten better with that. But this, you can't sit there and tell me it's not a low-calorie food, but then say it's 0 calories. It's bullshit. So pause the video if you like, read it up, do your own research. But it's really frustrating how they're allowed to lie and say it's 0 calorie food, but just saying, oh, well, the calories come from something else. You're still consuming calories. We're just going to lie to you and say it's 0 calorie food. And this is what I'm talking about. I already made a video on this. Not a low-calorie food, yet every time you supposedly eat a Tic Tac, it's 0 calories plus 0 calories plus 0 calories plus 0 calories. And here in the ingredient list at the bottom, it either it either has calories or it doesn't. And if there's calories per carb, then to say 0 calories and to say it's less than a calorie, then it's fine. But don't sit there and lie and then say it's not a low calorie food, because if it's 1 calorie or less than 1 calorie, that eventually adds up to a calorie, like it's half a calorie, it's still a low calorie food. So to say that on front is disingenuous. So the whole thing is a lie. It's kind of bullshit. So yeah, if you guys know anything why they're lying to people's faces and saying that it's a low calorie food, please let me know in the comments below. Thanks.